Hello.
Hello.
Hi guys, and welcome to episode 208 of the Twenties podcast. I am Nana.
And I am Ro.
And together we are
Two. We're a bit dressed up today.
I'm not that dressed up, to be fair.
I mean, you've got jewelry on, so yeah, you are. You
Not
are.
really. I mean,
Do you think
I've-
jewelry? Oh, this.
I've got loafer.
There you go.
This is how you know I wasn't meant to be dressed up, because I'm wearing a Nike sock. I'm wearing a Nike sock with my loafer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, like jewelry
Yeah.
always accentuates things a bit more. But shout out to Dami. It's our friend Dami's birthday.
Happy birthday, boo. We love you.
And she's the reason why we're dressed up today.
we're
and
going
this is
to
why you
dinner.
have some effort for the podcast today.
Oh yeah, because we usually look.
We just come anyhow. Don't
Yeah,
we?
anyhow. I mean, you guys love us, don't you? So it's fine.
Yeah.
I guess. So how you doing, girl?
Yeah, so I started a new job this week.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You're killing it.
In a new, thank you.
Yeah.
In a new sector.
Do you know what I'm laughing? How
No,
many sectors? How
Done it
many?
all.
You've done it all. No, but to
Done
be
it
fair,
all.
so have I. So you know.
Yeah. Done it all. The only thing I haven't done is IT tech.
I've
Watch this
even done that.
space.
So.
Yeah, you've done that one.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
haven't done that one.
Yeah.
Watch this space. I might try it one day. But I'm in a new sector. Getting up in the morning to go to employment is something I haven't done for about a year and a half.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
When you have to do that after some time from working, having to sleep early, get back into that rhythm, that routine of work life, and waking up early, it doesn't. You can't do it for at least 2 weeks. For at least 2 weeks, you're fighting for your life.
And I did it. No, do you know what? I'm not gonna lie to you. Every time I start a new job, I'm late at least once in the first week. I wasn't late this week. I was even 30 minutes early.
Wow.
I was even 30 minutes early.
You changed.
I've changed though. Let me just tell you, I've changed.
That's
And then
good.
I take pot lunch every day.
Do you?
I've even had breakfast
So
every day.
You cooking?
No, my meal prep.
Oh, your meal prep. Oh, that's
Yeah.
fine. Then.
Yeah, it's my meal prep.
Yeah.
And I've even had, but I've actually cooked breakfast in the morning before
Wow.
going. Like I've been waking up that early that I've had breakfast in the morning before work.
Wow.
And I just want to say, Barking is extremely ghetto.
It's the pits of hell. Barking is the pits of hell.
Yeah.
I know it's still. Is it still cheap to live around there? Or is it getting? It's increasing.
It's cheaper.
Yeah, it's cheaper.
It's
It's
cheaper,
cheaper than
but
Hackney,
it's
isn't it?
increasing. Like
Yeah.
there's a new building development called Barking Riverside, and out of a lot of the new builds, that's probably one of the cheaper ones.
Right.
Actually.
Right. But it's,
Do you want to live in Barking?
Barking
No.
is the pits of hell. It's so
Like,
ghetto.
I'm not
I
sure.
only
if I wanna
go
live
to
there.
Barking if I need to go to Barking.
Yeah.
And I never really need to go to Barking.
No.
But if it's for a job, I'll be going to Barking.
Yeah. And my training is there, so I'm there for 5 weeks.
So where's the actual official work?
I don't know. So they have two sites. I'm either going to be based in Waterloo or I'm going to be based in Docklands.
Oh, Docklands is annoying to get to. Yeah. I feel like Bow, once you get that central line, you're good, right?
I can't even get a tube.
Mile
It has to be
End.
DLR.
Well, Bow is.
It's in the Docklands. It's been near London City Airport.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's DLR. You can see the planes all going off from the office. So it's
That will inspire you anyway. Inspiration,
I've
planes
spent
going
all,
off.
all my money on flights.
Yeah, exactly that. It's like we did say 2025, less clubbing, more and less tequila, and more like going holidays and friendship holidays, and in your
Yeah.
case, vacation.
In my case, vacations.
Why is that? Because you're off the porch. Are you off the porch?
I'm off the
Remember
porch.
you was on the porch, like you was, you know, them old people that be walking up and
Yeah.
down the porch, just be chilling, and
Yeah.
they might sit in their chair, they might read a book. That's what Ro was. She was on the porch pacing.
Yes.
Now
I wasn't the streets and I wasn't the pavement. And
Yeah.
I gravitated to the porch. And now I'm in the house.
she's in the house.
I've been in
She
the
made it through the
house.
door. She's in the house. The door is closed, by the way. Right? Can I say that?
Oh, the door's closed.
The door's closed. The door, you can't.
We've double locked the door.
Double bolted. That door is bolted, locked and bolted. Like you can't get in.
No. So would we say all that to say that I am in the relationship now?
Yeah. You are in a relationship. How does
Yeah.
that feel?
It just feels kind of the same.
Right, because it felt like that before.
He just felt like that before anyway. And we actually shout out to the person we bumped into yesterday, getting on. I think you were getting off the tube and we're getting on the tube, like
Right,
at Bond Street.
right.
And they were like, oh, it's just the girl that you've been talking about on the podcast. I was like, yeah. She was like, yeah, cute.
Wait, is she a supporter or do you know
Yeah,
her?
she's in the podcast. Yeah,
Oh,
so she was
okay.
like, yeah, I fucks with you guys. She's come to Halloween.
Okay.
So shout out to you.
See
I didn't get your
there,
name, but
girl.
shout out to you.
See
See you
there.
at Halloween. If
Yeah.
you don't have your tickets, please grab a ticket for Halloween.
Yes.
We advise that you dress up.
Because they're gonna be prizes.
Yeah.
You could win a prize, and we're trying to go all out with the prizes. So make sure you go all out with the outfits.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Please do.
Yeah, I can't wait for Halloween.
I'm looking forward to Halloween.
Yeah,
I
let's
am.
get our costumes
Yeah, we do.
ASAP.
Yeah. Fashion Nova has a lot of costumes.
Don't give it away.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
give my fucking costume. No. And then not many options for mask presenting. So someone's gonna turn up in my costume.
I know. Okay, let's leave it then. Just buy your tickets. And how was your week been?
My week's been hard. I've been constipated and I have been bleeding for 8 days. And when I say bleeding, I'm menstruating. Been menstruating for 8 days and counting. And I hate my body because it hates me. So I hate it right back. And yeah.
Do you know what I think? Yeah, I feel like the older we get, we just have to take care of our bodies more. It has to be such an intentional thing. Like, we have to have more balanced diets. We can't be doing that eating out all the time.
Yep.
Even if you eat out all the time and you're buying, let's just say a kebab, like a meat and veg.
Well, I mean, you're not really getting as much as you need.
No.
Fruit and fiber, you're not really getting.
You're not getting it.
If you're buying like, McDonald's or KFC every day, you're not getting shit.
No. And the thing is, even if you go to like somewhere that is basically healthy food, people are still putting chemicals in their food that only you know what you put in your food when you cook it at home. So obviously when I have my prep kitchen, but even that I'm like, hey, I need to chill. As much as it's good and whatever, I still need to chill on that and just cook at home. But we have to just be
have to look after, and that's what I was like, I've really fucked up because I know I'm not having enough fruit, I know I'm not having enough fiber, and my intestines could be tearing as we speak. So because I haven't gone in 8 days. And I know it's
you haven't
TMI.
gone to the poo in 8 days.
I've kind of have, but not really.
That's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah, you need to poo once a day. At least.
Some people even poo twice a day.
Yeah,
I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, some people poo 2-3 times a day. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
Sometimes I poo twice a day.
I don't think I've ever pooed twice.
Do you know when I poo twice a day? When I'm being healthy. That's when I poo twice a day.
Really? With the food?
With my food and drinking water, less sugars, things like that.
Yeah, and I do think I've been bleeding so much because I missed, when I went to New York, it fucked up everything. So I missed some of my pills. If anyone doesn't know, I take the pill, contraceptive pill for my PMDD, to regulate my moods and shit. But when we went to New York, obviously with the time difference and everything, I missed a few days, not consecutively, but I was missing days on and off. And I think that's got something to do with why I'm bleeding so much and so heavily, and also
the hormones.
I might be stressed.
Yeah.
So I'm not having a great time right now.
I'm sorry,
I haven't even eaten today.
Have you not?
No, and it's 4 p.m. I have not eaten because I'm
just
scared.
His house and eat.
We are going to dinner. This is the worst day for it.
Yeah.
This is the worst day. But apart from that, I'm good. Yeah.
I had a leftover bao bun from yesterday.
Oh, nice.
It's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
Chop.
I had what's it called? But I forgot to eat it. For some reason I got distracted. I had oxtail, which was lovely. I haven't had that oxtail, well, that place, that restaurant, bought food from there in 2 years, because 2 years ago I bought their fish, and I usually always bought their escovitch fish with pumpkin rice and coleslaw.
Who's that?
Mama, what's it called? Is on Uber Eats, and I think it's on delivery as well.
Oh, okay.
And 2 years ago when I bought their fish, I don't think they had stored it properly.
Oh, so you were sick? Got food
I
poisoning?
was sick. I was so sick, and so for 2 years I haven't bought from there.
Oh.
But yesterday,
that will do it. That will put you off. Boy.
That will put me off. It was 2 years, but yesterday there wasn't any good options, so I said, "Fuck it, let me get this." It was fucking great.
Oh.
It was amazing. Mama's Kitchen.
Mama's Kitchen.
I forgive you for that one time. It's okay. Your food is amazing.
Okay.
Just don't get the fish. But yeah, but apart from that, I'm great.
Okay, I'm glad. I'm glad. Wasn't glad about the body issues, but we'll get through that. Yeah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. So this week, guys, we're not going to have a very long episode.
No.
Because we were late to the studio because we didn't know we had to dress up for the function. So we had to dress up for the function. So, but we do have a lot of dilemmas. So let's get straight into it.
Okay.
To get straight into the dilemmas. Okay. Hi Tutus. I am a new podcast listener from Kenya. I don't know how it took me so long to listen to the podcast, but I'm glad I finally found y'all, because y'all are such gems. Thank you. I love how vulnerable you are, informative and entertaining, while also being so funny and relatable. I feel so lucky because there are so many episodes to catch up on and new ones still coming out. Thank you for what you do. Listen, enjoy it. Right, now, my dilemma is more of a brainstorm request. I am a 30-year-old femme lesbian who has mostly met people online. Since turning 30, I have become more confident in my skin, and now the idea of waking up to someone hitting on them doesn't feel as daunting. The only problem is I'm not sure where to start or what to say. I like to be funny and memorable. LOL. Any advice, tips, or tricks? Thank you. A Sagittarius. P.S. You're both stunning, but Nana and drooling face with a kneeling down.
I do like a bit of submissive.
She likes that.
I really do.
She likes that.
I really love a submissive babe. Thank you, babe. Nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm.
How do you... I feel like a lot of people send us these dilemmas about how to talk to people and how to move to people. Is it really a thing?
Yeah, I think that this is a new listener, so I'm gonna give you some grace here. But this is a dilemma we get.
We get a lot, but I think it's also like if you haven't done it before, you're gonna be nervous about doing it. I think that's what it is. A lot of people, maybe it's their first time; they've never actually moved to anyone before. So I feel like you just have to do it. Yeah. You just have to do it. Like
rejection is character building as well.
Yeah,
we always say that rejection is character building. Like you have to put your foot out there. If you don't, you ain't getting it. You're gonna get nothing.
You ain't gonna get nothing. And I think that like with anything new, like we want to do, whether that's like, you know, even for me, like writing and stuff, like if I'm gonna submit something, I'm scared to submit it because what if people think I'm not good, or what if people don't like it? It's the same thing. Like what if people don't like, what if the person that you want to move to doesn't like you? What if they don't take it well? What if you get rejected? It's life. It's a part of life. And once you do it once, you will have that thick skin to be able to do it again. And it's either their loss or it wasn't meant to be. But you got to do it. Yeah. I want you to, we're going to give you homework. I want you to move to someone when you next go out.
In person.
If you find someone attractive, you like how they look, you like the energy that they give them, the vibes. I want you to move to them.
Yeah.
And then come and tell us how it went. Yeah,
give us some feedback. There's people who've been giving us feedback lately from the dilemmas and giving us a follow-up. And I love
the follow-ups.
I love a follow-up. Yeah. Please give us more follow-ups.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Also, I would like to add, there's this thing that people like to do. I appreciate you, dilemma person. However, I appreciate that you find both of us stunning, but Nana, when people do this,
it's a bit annoying.
Do
you know what? Like, oh my God. And I wanted to talk about this.
In Ibiza. Let's get into it.
I wanted to talk about this on our Ibiza one review, but seeing as it's come up, we were in Ibiza. I think it was the second day. We went to an event. And we were out, it was a beach club, so the party was actually inside, but we were starving, so we had food, and it was like a patio kind of situation outside, and we sat outside to eat. Now after we ate, a girl came to the table, and she was quite forward. Like her friends had told her not to come to the table, but she came anyway. Good for her.
And you know, this is the energy.
Yeah, that's the energy. That's the energy, innit? Cool. She came to the table, and then she proceeded to tell both of us that she thinks we're both stunning, we're both attractive, but it was the emphasis on, I find you both attractive, I think you're both beautiful, whatever, but you, Nana, you don't have to do all of that.
You don't have to do that, guys.
You really don't, because I feel like if it was me also, I'd be like, you literally, I don't care. Do you know what I mean? Like, people are going to like you, or people are going to like me, or they're going to like both of us. That's fine. You don't need to mention me in that.
Yeah. I mean, if you're going to compliment, the but following the compliment can cancel out the compliment.
Yeah. Just leave it.
So just go to the person that you find attractive and leave it there. The other person doesn't. Out of me and now, the other one doesn't feel left out. Like, we just don't feel left out.
And do you know why? It's because, and I'll say this even for the lads, everybody gets attention.
Everybody gets attention. Everyone gets their fair share.
Yeah.
You know, some more than the others, but everybody still gets attention. But it's true. But it's some more than the others. It's true. It is what it is. And I feel like that's across the board. Every friendship circle is like that.
Yeah.
But I just feel like if you're going to go to one person, go to the person.
Just go direct.
Because it's giving pity,
also,
compliment.
Yeah, I feel like
it's just, it doesn't feel nice. So appreciate that.
Yeah. I feel like if it was me, I'd just be like, it's just really unnecessary.
It's just unnecessary.
Like, I know you're trying to be like nice and cute and all that, but it's just so
the Ibiza girl kept on, and
she said it.
She continued. She said it multiple times. She said it multiple times.
She said it like about 8 times.
Yeah, she said it, but I don't want you to feel left out, baby. Do I look left out?
No.
Do I look like I'm left off bad and bougie? No. Do I look like I'm left off bad and bougie?
The thing is, you're not. You're really not left off bad and bougie because
there is no bad and bougie. You've got a bougie and a bad.
Yeah. No,
okay.
It's true. It's true. Everybody gets their fair share of, attention. It's actually fine. Just let it go. Leave it there. That girl said it about 8 times and it got annoying.
Yeah, 100% got annoying. Me personally, I got the ick. I did.
If she watches this, I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry, but it is what it is.
Right, next dilemma. Hey guys, I just wanted to start by saying I love you both and the podcast so much. I've been listening every week since I was 18 and I'm 20 now. It's never failed to put a smile on my face no matter what I'm going through. So my dilemma. Thank you. I just moved from the UK to Canada as part of an exchange program at my university, and I really want to get the most out of the experience. So I've been putting a lot of effort into forming new friendships, especially as I'm starting from scratch. But since I got here, I've been noticing a pattern where I keep getting into these weird homoerotic friendships. For context, I'm very openly queer and I present masc most of the time. But when I try to befriend straight women, quote unquote straight women, they start seeing me as an opportunity to explore and will flirt with me, initiate sexual things, etc. I have to admit, I did entertain it in the beginning because I was enjoying the attention. In quotes, I'm sorry, I'm just a girl.
I just a girl.
But now I'm tired, not gonna lie. I feel objectified and I don't want to be someone's experiment. Have you guys ever been through this? Please, can you give me advice on how to stop this pattern?
This is a good dilemma. I like this dilemma.
I liked it as well.
Yeah.
Being the only queer in the village, because it just, why are they all trying to, maybe you're really hot. Maybe that's one thing. Like maybe you're very attractive and you've got this kind of source that is pulling the quote unquote straight women. But why is it only, like, are you the only gay in the village? Like what's going on that these babes are just, attracted to you like magnets? But I like, this is a good dilemma. I don't think we've ever come across this. Have you ever been an experiment for somebody?
Yes. Yeah, I feel like in my early queer days, definitely, I feel like it was somewhat easier to connect with other women who were looking to experiment or didn't necessarily know what their sexuality was, or just feeling a bit curious and wanted to know what it was like. And I feel like it was easier to connect with them because they know what they wanted. And they were not going to necessarily give maybe the issues and obstacles you might face when you're trying to have an actual something real with somebody.
Right.
Like, so there's something disingenuous in your bond with them anyway, because they're just saying what they need to say to get what they want. And it was easier to connect with those people because it was fake. Do you know what I mean? There was no depth. Yeah. And so there were no issues. And so I did find myself in those situations quite a lot. Like, I would give you an example of, there was one, me and this girl were going on dates or whatever. And I think me and her were on a date and we both snapped in the same place on Snapchat. And my god sister was like, how do you know this girl? And I was like, how do you know that I know her? And she was like, I can see you both on the date. You were snapping in the same place, snapping the same food. And I was like, well, how do you know her? And she was like, I was just at her wedding. And this girl did not tell me that she was married. She told me she had a son. She told me she had an ex-fiance and that she left him, and she actually told me she had a long-term ex-girlfriend. And she just basically said that was her baby father, but he still lives with her. Something along those lines. And so whenever I dropped her home like around the corner. So her baby father didn't out her basically. But actually she was cheating and she was a married woman. And the things before that, everything was so seamless. So I didn't even break up with her. I just ghosted because it would have been, I don't know. I don't want to put my god sister in it. Yeah. Well, she might know now if she listens to us. Yeah, I didn't want to put my god sister in it, but also I think that part of me felt really deceived. Like, I think, well, how did I not know the signs?
Yeah,
but I was younger then. I was a lot younger then.
But was there times that she couldn't speak to you, or because like when people are cheating and they live with someone, they can only speak to you at certain times?
No, we still got time. We used to talk all the time. But we used to text more than talk on the phone though. But when we spoke on the phone, we did still speak on the phone. And but she got married like a week before my god sister said this.
Crazy.
It was so we were talking for maybe 2 or 3 months. And when my god sister said this to me, her wedding was the week before. And then after that, I started seeing clips of her wedding on people's Instagrams and I don't know if the universe started speaking to me But then I just put it down to this person wanted an experience. And I do think it's not the first time. Even now, like sometimes married women pre our stories.
Yes.
Married women.
Yep. There was one in mind that and I was just, what are you doing here, babe?
Yeah.
There was maybe like one or two last year. And I was like, what are you people doing here?
Yeah.
You lot are fully married. What are you doing here?
Yeah. Or people
in relationships.
With
you
get
men.
somebody following you and it's not obvious they're in a relationship or nothing. And then they're preying you, like they're liking him. They're trying to strategically position. But I know you're straight. So I just say, day my age, I'm not going to do anything. Yeah. And also, I've got a girlfriend. And but in this day and age, and it's happened twice this year. Then I'll see they're married. They're getting married. And I'll see that they're people's at their wedding. I ain't gonna say who the names are, but I've seen it's been happening twice this year, and I'm just like,
yeah, it's wild. It's wild, but
it happens. It definitely does happen.
It does,
and I feel that we're just easy targets to people who are curious. And with you, this dilemma, you're trying to have friendship with these people, but they're not used to being friends with someone who looks like you.
And also, like, she's masked, innit? So, like, well, for the most part, she's masked. So, I guess a lot of women, just in general, are attracted to masculinity. So, I think that's what it could be as well. And also, like, yeah, but I just feel like she's the only gay in the village and they do want to enjoy themselves. Yeah. And I think she should be vocal about wanting to make actual friendships, real genuine friendships, instead of kind of just like going with the flow or just letting it happen. Don't let it happen if you don't let it.
I know you love it. Don't try it. And I know you love it. But if you want something, if you just want to be friends, just be friends. Do you know what I mean? And I know that UK accent is switching them.
Yes, no, I forgot that one. That one on top. Add that on top to everything else. Of course. And I feel like a lot of the time they're gonna get married to men.
They're going to, and that's the feeling of that's where the feeling of being objectified come from, because like these people are not taking me seriously.
They're not gonna take you seriously, baby.
Do you know what I mean? And I think you need to remember when you enter these situations, these girls, like just remember, don't have high expectations, because you know that it's not you they're gonna settle with. Do you know? But there's also a difference between some people you are gonna be their genuine first girlfriends.
I mean, it's happened for us. That also has happened for us where, like, for instance, my ex-girlfriend had never been in a romantic relationship with another woman. She had, like, dibbled and dabbled, like, physically, but that was about it. And I guess when she met me, she never in a million years thought that she would be with me and be in a relationship with me and want to settle down and all these things, you know? So... it's possible, and with you as well, like your ex was a straight woman, you know, and you guys met and were deeply attracted to each other and fell in love at some point. It happens. It can happen, but I don't think you should go into it like thinking I'm gonna get this woman, this seemingly straight woman, to be with me and be in a woman-loving woman relationship. I don't think that should be your mindset in the beginning. If it happens naturally and organically, great, but yeah, I would stay away from women who see you as an experiment. Yeah, and you just put your foot down and say, I'm not surprised. If you guys are friends, just say, babes, I'm here to be a friend. I'm not here to be an experiment. Yeah? No. Just remind them of that. Yeah. Just please. But like you said, that's actually what you make is a really good point, is that a lot of women are attracted to masculinity. And that's what it is. People don't realise that. They just... because they associate masculinity with men. And then when they see a woman, it throws them off. It completely throws them off. Yeah. And it's like, it's because you're not necessarily attracted to a gender. You're just attracted to a vibe and a masculinity. Yeah. And that's what B Hawk said on one of our episodes. They were just basically saying they are attracted to masculinity in whatever form it comes in. I don't think they're into cis men though. But outside of cis men, they're attracted to masculinity. Yeah. And that makes sense. That makes so much sense. That makes a lot of sense. Like, I've had women like look at me like confusion on their face, like to the point where they're kind of screwing me, like because they're confused about what they're. Because men are confused too. Men also screw. The men will be looking and looking. I just think they're threatened. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah. But I do hope that answers your question. You just be strict. Yeah, you have to be strict, and like you have to put out boundaries, know what your worth is, and just move like that, and try to
try to find yourself in queer spaces. Like, I know you understand you're trying to make friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Make some queer friends as well. Yeah. There are definitely some queers in Canada because they listen to the podcast. Yeah, that's true. Okay. This is interesting. Okay. Big one to you guys, and I love the podcast so much. Love hearts.
Love you, babes.
I'm a 20 years straight girl from Sierra Leone, but I'm somehow confused if I'm into girls or not, because I do have a certain kind of feeling towards my gay friends that I'm afraid to say it out. I sometimes get jealous when they're with their partners, and can you explain this feeling?
Can we explain
That's
this
interesting,
feeling?
because the last dilemma was basically on the flip side.
Yeah.
I feel like you are quite young, and you're figuring who you are.
How old is you?
20.
Yeah, that's young.
Yeah, you're figuring out who you are, and you are probably figuring out your sexuality. Like, unfortunately, we are socialized with straight just being the default setting, you know. And then when you figure out that you're gay, you're bi, you're straight, or whatever the case may be, all of a sudden you have to turn the button this way.
Yeah.
And it's like, whoa, we're not at default settings anymore, and it's just a lot to get used to. But I feel like you should talk to your friends about it. It's really nice that you've got queer friends.
Exactly. Like, a lot of people don't have, when they come with this sort of dilemma, like they don't know, they're questioning the sexuality. A lot of people are very alone. They don't have queer friends. Like, there's no one for them to talk to. But you have the privilege of having queer friends, which is amazing. And I feel like, I know it still can be daunting, even if you have queer friends, to even say it out loud, to a space where it probably is safe, because it's just an internal thing, isn't it? Like, having to like accept it for yourself and come to terms with yourself. Sometimes you have to do that before you can even talk to anyone about it, even if they're a safe person. But I think you're lucky enough to have that, so I think you should definitely utilize it and talk about it. I'm having these feelings, like. And then maybe they can help you because they've been through it themselves.
Yeah.
Like, they can advise you, you know, they can support you and all of that. I think you should.
Chat to your friends, man. That's an easy one. But I do think that you shouldn't mention that
The
the jealousy part. Like, maybe you should just leave that part out.
Don't mention that part, I beg you. Leave that part out.
Yeah, leave that one and just talk about how you are feeling about your sexuality and go from there.
Yeah.
Because you are young, and a lot of people don't know if they're queer until they're in 40 sometimes. 30s. There's no age to try and figure it out. But you are at a very normal age where people start to question.
Yep.
Am I?
Yep.
Am I not? Do you know what I mean? And you're well within that. So go for it. Explore it.
Have fun.
Safely.
Safely. Yeah.
Oh, there's one. Let's go to the one on Instagram. That one they said.
Oh yeah, there's one and there's another one here. It's long though.
The Instagram one.
Nah, this one. There's another one in our email. Let me go for this one. Jeez, this one's long.
Okay, go for it.
Help. Capital letter, exclamation mark. About a month ago, a friend invited me to a queer hangout. There, I met this goddess and was drawn to her instantly. We spoke and there was obvious chemistry. In the course of our interactions, I learned that she was in a serious relationship. Gosh, ... my heart. But well, it happens, so I accepted the situation. Or did I? Question mark. Since we parted ways, we've spoken every single day. The problem is that what I feel for this woman gets stronger with each passing day, and I'm really having a hard time keeping my shit together. A few times I slipped and said things that gave me away. She's a very upfront person, and so after a series of awkward moments in our budding friendship, she decided to address the elephant in the room. I let her know that I was falling hard for her, but I respect her relationship. She says she understood and stressed on the fact that she's very committed to her girlfriend. And so besides friendship, there could never be anything more between us. I very much understood and agreed with that. She's very transparent with her girlfriend, so her girlfriend knows about me, but I don't know how much she knows. The problem is I'm having a hard time getting rid of these feelings I've got for her. She consumes my mind and she's taken over my heart. There's nothing I wouldn't do for her. She just has to ask or not ask. I'll still do it. I'm in my early 30s, and though I've been in love before, I've never felt this strongly about anyone before. In all honesty, a part of me doesn't want to let go. I feel so guilty having some hope that she could... that she and I could become an item someday, because that would mean I want her relationship with her girlfriend to end. That's some fucked up thinking. I don't want to mess up the friendship we have because I cherish it, but I need help. How do I get my shit together? if it's a matter of time, how do I hold in this fire in the meantime? I'm really trying to transform these feelings into something platonic. So far, I've been distancing myself with work and more work. I've also considered talking to other women, but I don't think it's fair using someone to forget another. I need some practical advice, healthier and more effective solutions. I'd like to take this opportunity to let you guys know that I've been listening to your podcast non-stop since I discovered you. Nana and Ro, you are amazing. I wish you the best life has to offer. Anonymous. Ghana Accra.
Thank you so much, Charlie. As for this one, yeah, you're in trouble.
This one's crazy. I can't lie to you, babes. Wait there.
Hey. Personally, I think you need to you can't be friends with this person. Unfortunately.
Cut it.
And you know what? I can appreciate like being in Ghana and being a queer person in Ghana as well. It might be a bit more difficult to find other women that you connect with and be openly queer with, I guess. But he wasn't a queer hang. I don't know. That's what our assumption living in the UK. Do you know what I mean? It's maybe not as other queer people not as accessible as they are for us here. So it's not like it's impossible, but I think it's a bit more accessible for us here. So I can appreciate that when you find somebody that you just connect with, and it's just not a bit of bullshit. You want that. You want to hold on to that, because you probably do come across a lot of bullshit. There's probably not much serious options for you.
And sometimes they can't even be serious because, culture, family, religion, all of that stuff.
Yeah, there's that as well, for sure. Yeah, definitely understand. But this person, I think they're off limits.
They're actually off limits, and like, it's quite sad when you feel like you've met someone that you really connect with and you can't have them. I can imagine how hard that can be. But at the same time, there's someone that they've expressed that they're in a relationship, they are happy in their relationship. They're not looking to leave their relationship anytime soon. So you're doing yourself a disservice by holding on to something because you feel like you might have a chance at some point. You might not. Like, you might not. And even if she came out of the relationship, what if she didn't want to date you?
Yeah, there's that part as well. Like, she might just see you as quite platonic, especially because she's been in a relationship. And she's said that she's very committed to this partner. So she probably has never even thought of the option of seeing you outside of platonic, and you're only getting a platonic version of her. And that's nothing as well. Like, you're falling in love with a version of her that isn't available. So the version of her who is available might not even be the same.
It's true.
Like, we all experience people differently, and you're not experiencing her in a like a romantic way that is, but that you both have that.
I would even like feel like this person has like leg to stand on if they were flirty, if it was inappropriate, if there had been a kiss or something physical. There's been nothing. Yeah, it's been strictly to the point where this woman is honest with her partner about you as well. Like, we don't know to what extent, but she knows about you. The partner knows about you. I think it's safe to say that you need to. I think you need to put distance between you two. I don't think that you can get over her while being her friend. Yeah. I think you need to, and maybe at some point you can be friends in the future. But
yeah, for now, you're gonna have to mute them on Instagram. You're gonna have. I'm quite extreme. You see me?
You're soft block.
I am extreme. I wouldn't even delete that number.
No, I think you need. No, there's been times where I've deleted someone's number because I'm itching to message them. Yeah. I'm itching to call them. I'm itching to speak to them. Delete it.
Yeah, do you know, I go as far as deleting the number. I delete the message thread. I delete the number in my call thread.
Absolutely.
I delete everything.
There's no trace. Yeah. So I cannot get to them. I cannot contact them.
This could be why I'm not friends with any exes, because I delete everything. I still have pictures though, but I delete everything. So I think it's out of sight, out of mind for you.
I think so as well. Yeah. I'm sorry, maybe this isn't what you want to hear, but this is the best thing to do for yourself, like more so than anything. Like, for you to keep holding out on this hope of this beam of this person, it's not doing you any good. Like, it really isn't. And I don't think you should continue the way you're going. I think you should just cut that relationship off for now.
It's the best for you. Trust me.
And
you could even be stopping yourself. Somebody could be trying to move to you. You don't even know because you're so blind to it because you're into this person. Don't block your own blessings.
Yeah. I hope that helps, babes.
Do give us an update on that. Okay. Hi, Rome Nana. Earlier this month, I stumbled upon you guys and I've been binge watching your episodes every day. I just want to. Everyone's been finding out about us quite recently.
That's
I like that. It's quite interesting.
We do love that. Of course, we love it.
I just want to thank you for the conversations you hold. It's so difficult to find a Black, queer, and African podcast that I can seriously relate to and get advice from. One day you will get your flowers. Us Black, queer, girls, gay, and theys appreciate you heavy. Love heart. Thank you. I hope we get the flowers too, Che. Okay. But the flowers we get from you guys are expensive. We love it.
Yeah. Best flowers ever.
Now I have a little dilemma. So sorry that this is long. I feel like context makes it make more sense. I've just turned 20 and identify as queer. I've just gotten out of would say 5-month dating situationship with a girl, but I would say I finally got closure with her this month, which will make it 6. That's quite quick actually. After reflecting, I can say I was treated pretty badly and was constantly ignored and dismissed, and she never had or wanted to make time for me, and I feel like she never really wanted anything serious to begin with. Although I do want to take accountability for myself, I never properly said what I wanted. I didn't set boundaries and allowed her to treat me that way. Now, your girl could say she's back outside and people be in my DMs. I get moved to surprisingly more recently than I ever have, and I also got on that silly app Hinge. I'm currently talking to quite a bit of people at the same time, some of which I can see connections with. I don't really want to be a hoe, but I don't want to put all my eggs in one basket because I've made the mistake of assuming that I'm the only one before. I want to intentionally talk to people at the same time because I want to find someone who is serious and for me and actually set those boundaries this time around. Basically, what I'm trying to ask is, how do I talk to multiple people at the same time respectfully without leading anyone on? Or do you think I'm rebounding and using other people to get over her or protecting myself so I don't get hurt? Should I actually take this time to heal and ignore the people in my DMs? Baby, be a hoe.
I think you
be
need.
a hoe.
I think because you're 20,
be a hoe. Be a hoe. Be a hoe. Be a hoe.
I feel like because you're 20, you should enjoy yourself. I'm
Enjoy
sorry,
yourself.
like I don't. Are we bad for saying
I don't
that?
know. I'm an advocate for being a hoe. In your 20s, I just
think
am.
You're so young, like, and obviously this, I don't want to downplay feelings, everything, but 5 months is not that long.
No.
You can fall in love in 5 months. You can, but it's not that long. But and also, the way this person treated you wasn't great. But I know that has its effects, so you do need time to heal and get over it. But I feel like you should get under someone to get.
This one, we don't always advise getting under someone to get over somebody, but on this occasion we do.
Because you're young.
Because you're young, and you weren't actually, in the grand scheme of things, you weren't dating for that long. When you are our age, you're gonna look back on this situation and be like, just laugh.
Yeah.
I promise you. Even in about this time next year, you might look back and laugh. Like, I promise you, this is not a situation that's going to have a huge lasting effect on you, especially because you recognize what the person did to you.
Yeah.
You recognize it, and you recognize where you could have set those boundaries and where you could have been more vocal. It's not taking a long time to come to that realization. So it's going to take you an even quicker time to get over this situation. So I don't think you're using this as a rebound. I don't think you're rebounding right now.
No, and it sounds like you're on a good, you're already on a good journey to healing already, because you are very self-aware, and like, as Rose said, where you could have, set boundaries and stuff. So I don't feel like this is going to have a lasting effect on you either, because it feels like you're ready to go out there as well. It's not like, you're like, I don't feel ready to go out there, but I feel like maybe I should, because that's what people are doing, that's what everyone's doing. No, it sounds like you're ready to get back out there.
Yeah, and get your lick.
Yeah, and you should. And people are in your DMs.
Yeah.
People find you attractive.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Enjoy it.
Go and live your life.
Period. Go and live your life. Like, even you saying that, how you're asking a question of, do you let these people know you're talking to other people if you feel like it's necessary?
Yeah, because there's no rules on that. And I feel like as long as you're being safe, do you know what? What I will say is, if you're having sex with multiple people, I would say that you should tell them, just because it's a safety thing and not anything else. But I feel like if you're just talking to multiple people, you're dating them, it isn't really physical, maybe you're just having sex with one person, I don't think like you need to tell them if you don't want to. Like, it's not their business. They haven't put a ring on your finger. You're young, you're 20. So like, just enjoy yourself. If you feel like you do want to tell them, I always feel like it's good to be open. Like, for me personally, if I'm dating multiple people, they will know.
Yeah, I feel like when I'm dating multiple people, they know as well. It's just easier to say it as soon as. Like, if you leave it for a long time, that's when it gets more difficult to say. But if you just say it, I'd normally say on the first date,
Yeah.
I'll be like, it's quite easy. I'll be like, are you dating other people? They might say yes or no. What about you? I'll say yeah.
Simple.
I'm not dating other people now because I'm in a relationship. But I'm just to put it out there. But when I was single and dating, I would let them know I'm dating other people.
Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would let them know as well when I'm like dating other people. It doesn't always go down well.
But if it doesn't go down well, then you guys are not compatible. Yeah. Because some people prefer to only date people who are only dating one person. Yeah. And they're only going to date one person. And they're entitled to that. Yeah. But if you're somebody who's open to dating multiple, and I feel like that's what dating means.
It means dating multiple people.
Yeah, I feel like dating is going out there and seeing what you like. Do you know what I mean? But it's up to you if you want to how you want to date. But I do think it's healthy to go out there and see what you like, see what you don't like. And if it doesn't work for you, be open to the person and say, this is not working for me, instead of dragging things on. I think in our community, femmes, I would say a lot of the times, are afraid to put up boundaries when things are not for them. Like, they don't necessarily say, oh, this ain't for me. And they might, situations might last longer than they need to. Yeah. And it's not even the femme's fault. And I feel like it's even with women and men as well, actually. I think maybe it's a feminine thing. I'm not too sure. But a lot of the time, a situation is not for you, but because you're afraid of what maybe some of the backlash might be, or you're afraid of upsetting somebody, you're in something for longer than you need to. And me personally, I don't want someone to be with me because they feel bad for letting me down. I'd rather you let me down. Yeah, I'd rather you tell me stay with me.
Yeah, tell me the truth. Yeah. And I think for me, like, being on the other end, if I'm not happy somewhere, I'm telling them. Yeah. I'll be like, this is not working for me, or I'm not really feeling it. Yeah. And it is what it is. Yeah. Gotta be honest.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. But old girl on the DMs, I hope that answers your dilemma.
That answers.
And babes, maybe we have time for one more really short one.
If you two read this on the show, please call Issa, because I'm an awkward black girl. Hi, tutus. Firstly, I just want to say how much I really love your podcast. I think you two are extremely funny. I didn't get to attend your NYC show in Brooklyn, but I did get to meet you briefly at the Bush.
Oh, nice.
Both hugs. I didn't realize you two were so tall. Do you know what? We've got that
in New York. Quite people thought that we were tall.
I don't know if it's because we're sitting down or we actually give short man energy. But I just want to set for the record, I'm 5'7" and she's 5'8.5". Yeah. Okay.
I'm not sure. I wouldn't say that we're tall, but we're tall enough.
Taller than people. Well, I think we're average height for.
Yeah. I think we're average height.
I think we're average height. I thought I was 5'6" for the longest time until we got measured at the gym that time.
Oh.
For the longest, I thought I was 5'6", but I think I do look short to people, like in pictures and stuff, but I'm 5'7".
I wonder what that is, but yeah, those are our heights. Yeah. We're not miniature studs.
No
shade to the miniature studs.
A bit about myself. I'm a 25-year-old Nigerian American femme lesbian living in New York. Although I don't live in the city itself, I'm within a good commuting distance. I live in the suburbs where there aren't many openly queer people. I'm pretty introverted and shy, but I still make an effort to put myself out there. Brackets, I mentioned this because it's relevant to my struggle with finding partners. For my dilemma, I'm struggling to have a whole phase. I've dated a few people, but I feel like this is the time in my life where I should be exploring and experimenting. I'm really not concerned with just being in a long-term relationship until my 30s. I just want to experience life, learn more about myself, and enjoy sex. I feel like I'm 25 and too old to be this inexperienced. I believe I'm very beautiful, but I struggle with flirting and come off as a bit awkward when meeting new people. I would appreciate any advice, any and all advice for a shy 25-year-old lesbian trying to have a proper whole phase right now. Best, Issa.
Hey, Issa.
Hey, Issa. Thank you for your dilemma. Chill. I feel like you need to
skim over it.
I feel like you need to be a hoe. Like, I feel like 25 is young. And I feel like we say this all the time. If you're in your 20s, you must enjoy yourself. You must explore. You must experiment. I know it's hard probably living in the suburbs where there's no openly queer people, but obviously it's not that far. You can come into the city. You can go to queer events. The Bush Dyke Bar is there. Follow Visual Locks.
Yeah, Visual Locks.
They're always moving around and queer people, black queer people, follow them everywhere, and get to meeting people. I think.
Actually, somebody in our YouTube comments mentioned that there are a lot more black queer things.
Yes,
so I don't know if they listed them, but somewhere I feel like our New York recap episode. Look in the comments on YouTube. I think somebody did mention there are others, but we all knew about Raw Honey.
Raw Honey.
Bush Dyke Bar.
Do you know what, there's a new one that followed me the other day and followed our page.
Yeah, it's something NYC. Yeah, I think I saw that.
Yeah, it looks like grown as well. Like
a lot of the New York queer events have been. Someone even invited us out to something, but we were back home by then. We might have to just move.
We might have to move.
We might have to just move. You know.
I'm trying to find what this page is.
I
called.
like that you're not trying to be in a long-term relationship in your 30s. That's the good idea. That's great, and I love that for you.
Petals Party NYC.
Petals Party. Petals Party NYC.
It looks good.
Yeah, I just feel like you've got the right idea. I feel like when it comes to you wanting to have a whole phase and want to be in a relationship into your 30s, this is what we're preaching. That you've got the 100%. Right idea. Like, it's all about learning to love yourself, figuring out what you like, what you don't like, and all this stuff. And also, big part of the issue is that you are awkward and that you are shy and quite introverted. And this is your time to like try and maneuver through those feelings and through those qualities about yourself. And what Nana said to the other person was, when you go out, set you a challenge, move to somebody. Same for you. The next time you go out, move to somebody. That is what you need to do. Talk to someone. Even if it's on a kind of friendly level, let's go out of your comfort zone and make conversation.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
And ask for an Instagram.
Yeah, dip your toe in the water a little bit. Ask for the Instagram. Yeah. I was thinking the same thing. Even if it's just like on friend vibes, do that. And just because it will get easier. As I said before, like it's hard because it's new. You're new to this. Anything you start doing for the first time is gonna be a challenge. So you just need to just do it, get over that hurdle, and it'll be easier to do the next time round. But yeah, I think it's your 20s. Be going, listen, but I feel like it is the time to become confident as well, because we weren't always these confident, like young masculine presenters.
You guys have seen our confidence grow on screen. I would say that our confidence really started when we started our YouTube channel. From then till now, like really, we were gaining before that, but I would say that it's got to where it is today. And because this platform has got a part to play in our confidence as well. So we've learned a lot about ourselves and stuff like that. And even the love that you guys show us as well is also a confidence booster. Let me lie to you out. Let me never lie.
It really is.
So yeah, you're at a stage where it's gonna come. It's gonna come, but you need to be intentional about it. Sounds like you might be a bit more introverted than we are. So just do that challenge that we've set you, and let us know what happened. Issa, come and give us some feedback. Let us
know how it goes. We love to hear it.
We love to.
Is that the last one?
There are others, but we'll just do them at another time.
Oh yeah, because we gotta go.
Yeah. So thank you so much for listening, guys. Thanks for sending your dilemmas. We love to connect with you guys in that way. Also, I've been seeing quite a few people who listen to podcasts when I'm out.
Yeah.
So that has been nice. You know, keep showing us the love, because it's encouraged us to stay on this platform. I would say it's your courage, it's your words of encouragement that keep us coming to the studio every single week, honestly.
Yeah.
So thanks for listening. Thanks for showing us love. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you comment down below. Make sure you follow us on TikTok, all that good stuff.
Buy a ticket to Halloween.
Yeah, and get your costumes. Yeah. Not from Fashion Nova, from somewhere else. Get your costumes.
Thank you so much.
Make sure you use the hashtag Tutors Podcast and conversation on Twitter. I know we're not really active on Twitter too tough. No. It's a bit of a cesspit, but you know, any visibility that's positive, and any way we can know that we're connecting with you guys is good to know. Follow us on Instagram, because the powers that be think we need more followers. And until next week, peace.